Blessings, my brothers and sisters. This is an amazing time to be in the kingdom. It is my prayer that you are doing well on today as you are taking this moment to join us in this room. I have a very important matter that I would love to share, discuss, and dialogue on today, and that is how to deal with people that quit on you or those that stop believing in you. You have approximately 60 seconds before I begin with this dialogue and conversation. It is important that we have this conversation because the truth about acquiring your destiny is that you will run into more people that will quit on you and people that stop believing in you than those that will push you into your destiny. I know that feels like an oxymoron, but it is the truth. So, you have about 10 more seconds before I begin this message because it is imperative today that you know what to do when you run into people that quit on you. Blessings, my brother Apostle Wayne, and blessings to you. I look forward to seeing you whenever I return. All right, so let's begin with this conversation. My brothers and sisters, no matter how great you are, how talented you are, how anointed you are, how special you are, even no matter how many people celebrate you, there will come a time where people will quit on you. The unfortunate thing for your life is that if you believe that you are so great that people won't quit on you, you set yourself up for heartache, heartbreak, and letdown. It is necessary for us to realize the effects of people quitting on people. When you begin to realize what those effects are and being honest about those effects, then, my brothers and sisters, do you gain insight on how to move beyond those that quit on you. So I need to give some criteria right now. My brothers and sisters, it is not the effect of strangers that quit on you that bother you. That's why it is imperative that in our churches that we must change our conversation to towards the listeners about speaking about our haters. Yes, you're going to always have haters, but it is not those strangers that bother you the most. The most impactful, most tormenting, and painful style of quitting or abandonment that you will ever experience is from those that you know. My brothers and sisters, there are many of you, and you are surprised by people that you know that were good people, but they quit on you. People that promised that they would be there for you, but then they quit on you. People that put you on a pedestal, said that you were amazing, and then they quit on you. There are some of you listening to me, and you have been almost destroyed because some of those people you admired also was in your family line. And you just knew that because you was great for them, that they was going to turn around and be great for you. And you are sitting in a position, in a predicament now, where the effects of quitting is what is paralyzing you, and it is tormenting you for against moving forward. Now, I am sharing this message because if we don't become honest that we have been affected by people that have quit on us, then how then do you position yourself for God to become your strength in the midst of weakness? See, isn't this what we believe theologically? That in the midst of our weaknesses, that God is made strong. But there are many people that are not courageous enough to admit that they've been affected by abandonment. There are many people that have destiny, and destiny was great for them, but you are dealing with barbarianism, you're dealing with piracy, you're dealing with people that have robbed you of your dreams, said everything was great to you, but they blindly. See, I'm here this morning to expose the enemy that sits right in your midst and challenges you with moving forward. My brothers and sisters, it is a quitting spirit. I'm talking about it's a mindset that forces you to quit. See, now many of us think that quitting begins when we say we quit. No, 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 no. Quitting begins long before you finally give up. Quitting actually begins when you stop pushing towards your momentum. Quitting begins in the process of you starting with procrastination. Quitting begins when you're now second guessing what you know you've been called to. Lord Jesus, y'all not talking to me. Quitting begins when now you have put so much dependency on those question your destiny that you're expecting them to be your greatest supporters. You're expecting them to be your greatest investors. You're also expecting them to have your best interest at heart. How can you expect someone that have never believed that you can become the very dream in your mind? How can you expect that same person to now become your greatest supporter? There's a time where you must realize that quitting begins before you actually quit. There are some of you, you're in the mode of quitting right now. Let me tell you, how do you know? Because you're giving yourself every excuse in the book. You've made this as an excuse. Oh, this happened to me. You use that as an excuse. Oh, I don't have help here. You use that as an excuse. And then you have the audacity to say, well, if they would just help me a little, then I can do A, B, and C. Well, I need to ask you a question right now. If nobody gives you a handout, are you going to sit there for 10 more years in the same way that you are? If nobody comes and sow a seed in your life, if nobody invests in your business idea, are you going to remain in the same place? If nobody pushes your ministry to the next dimension, if nobody ever opens the door from this point forward, are you really telling me this morning that you're going to sit in the same place and do nothing because you're waiting for somebody to come through and do it for you? No. How do you handle people that quit on you? The first thing that you need to do when you come into contact with people that have quit on you, you must stop telling them your dreams. Why are you telling people that have quit on you your dreams? That's why some of you need to stop using Facebook, Instagram, Twitter as a precursor of what you're going to be and who you're going to become. Stop speaking all these things prematurely. Why? Because you are giving your ideas. You are giving your creativity. You are giving your purpose. You're giving it. You just unveiling it to people that don't even believe in you. See, you thought it was okay because you could post on social media and say, "Oh, I'm greater than this." No, listen to me. People that don't believe in you, they don't even deserve that insight. Lord, it's a quiet church on here today. People that do not believe in you, they don't even deserve to hear your affirmation that I'm better than this. No, you need to remind yourself that you're better than this until you become better. My brothers and sisters, the thing about confidence is not for other people. Confidence is for you. Lord, have mercy. Jesus Christ. My brothers and sisters, how do you deal with people that have quit on you? The next thing, number 2, when you're dealing with people that have quit on you, you cannot fulfill your destiny if you're trying to prove to those that quit on you that you're somebody. My brothers and sisters, you got to get to a capacity where you leave people where they are. Leave them where they are in their mind about you. Leave them where they are in their feelings about you. Leave them where they are in their drop promises towards you. There are some of you, you've been waiting for people to do it. And because you're still hurt, what you are doing to yourself, you're tormenting yourself because you're expecting people to become what they don't have the capacity to become towards you. My brothers and sisters, how you deal with people that quit on you. You got to stop having callous conversations, with people that have quit on you. Listen, I used to tell my son, he is just now coming into this knowledge. But I used to tell my son that you got to turn doubters into believers. And the only way to turn doubters into believers is that you got to stop trying to prove the doubters that you exist. This is called, you got to get into a mindset that says that I will be everything that God has said for me to be. But if you are holding Oh my God, watch this now. If you're holding those people in your mind, you're not free from them. If you're holding those people in your emotions, you are not free from them. If you are also holding those people hostage to the past pain that they have created in your life, you are not free from them. What is actually going on is that you are battling unforgiveness, and unforgiveness will always hinder you from maximizing your potential. The way that you deal with people that have quit on you is, my brothers and sisters, you got to learn how to accept their limitations and then move beyond where you are. You putting yourself in a position where you try to expect, Lord have mercy, you're trying to expect strawberries out of a cantaloupe. How do you deal with people that have quit on you? The third thing that you must know, that when you come into contact with people that have quit on you, you must find the purpose and why you exist. Why are you living? What constructs your value system? My brothers and sisters, please do not be like I was many years ago. Many years ago, the only thing that I had that I constructed as my value system was church. And when church services were over, when there was nothing beyond the church, I had nothing to live for. And I had convinced myself that that was the right thinking. But the truth of the matter was, I was using the church as a crutch because I was too afraid to deal with the real pain that was tormenting me. And I didn't know how to address the abandonment that I experienced. I didn't know how to deal with the quitting mindsets that were around me. So I used church as a crutch, because for me, I knew that God went quit on me. So I just did everything for the church, but I did nothing for my destiny and my purpose that I knew God called me to. Lord Jesus. My brother, what I want you to hear from me today is that when you're dealing with people that have quit on you, when you are dealing with people that stop believing in you, my brothers and sisters, accept the message. See, the reason you're driving yourself crazy is because you keep trying to make the message a new message. Come on, sometimes you got to learn how to accept the reality of what people are speaking to you. Listen, you don't have to keep telling me you don't love me, because love is demonstrated. Lord have mercy. If you continue to demonstrate that you don't love me, watch this. At some point, you got to learn how to just accept the message. When you accept the message, that doesn't mean that you become downtrodden. What that means is you accept the limitation of where the other person is. Because why? There's more value in the life that you have not experienced, rather than sitting and dying and waiting on someone that may never forgive you. See, the amazing thing about forgiveness is that you don't have to put your destiny on hold while you're waiting for it. But those of us that need to forgive, you must know that you cannot maximize your destiny if you haven't forgiven. Do you see that? It feels almost like an oxymoron. All right? You can't wait for forgiveness to find you for you to fulfill your destiny. But neither can you fulfill your destiny if unforgiveness is the thing that is residing on the inside of you. My brothers and sisters, one of the things about dealing with people that have stopped believing in you, it does not mean that you don't have a dream because people don't believe in you. I want to be honest with you that sometimes people that don't believe in you, sometimes they cannot understand why you are believing for that kind of dream. The reason that some people don't believe in you is because maybe you're dreaming for something that nobody in your family has ever done. Maybe you're believing for something that none of your friends have ever done. So it makes you stick out like a sore thumb. But you're waiting for your friends and your family and your constituents to see what you see. My brothers and sisters, it doesn't work like that. There are some of you that are listening to me that you will only become respected when you become. But in order for you to become what it is that you see in your mind, that you got to learn how to conquer the excuses that you've made up for yourself when you've been abandoned, when you've been left alone, when people have stopped believing in you, when you have heard people tell you to quit dreaming. See, the amazing thing here is that the fourth thing I need to tell you is that when people stop believing in you, you cannot afford to compete against those that no longer believe in you. My brothers and sisters, the greatest competition that you can have is the competition that you display against your own self. If you are competing against people that have quit on you, people that have walked out on you, people that have abandoned you, if your competition, if your motive for moving forward, if the reason that you are existing is because you're trying to prove them wrong, I want to be honest with you. You are not delivered from them, neither are you free from them. I want you to know that even in their distance and their absence, that they are still controlling you. They're controlling the way you think. They are controlling the way you feel. Carter G. Woodson, in his book, Miseducation of a Negro, says that when a man's thinking is controlled, you do not have to worry about his actions. For Carter G. Woodson says that if you put him in front of an open door, that if he has been controlled mentally, that he will not walk through the open door. How many of you are closing the doors to your destiny because you're waiting for people? Oh my God. The last thing that I'm going to tell you today is that when you deal with people that abandon you, when you're dealing with people that stop believing in you, when people have quit on you, forgive them. Don't you remember? Jesus was on the cross and he looks out amongst the people and he says, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they are doing. The greatest thing that you can do is when people stop believing in you is to forgive them. The greatest thing that you can do for yourself is to move forward. There are some of you, you have big dreams and you don't know how to get to the end of your dream from where you are. So I want to tell you, start with small goals. I want to give you this insight. If you're looking for people to invest in you, if you're looking for people to believe in you, people will invest in commitment. People will believe in commitment. Don't quit at the first storm. Don't give up at the first hardship. The best thing that you could do for yourself is become like a locomotive and be the type of person that become unstoppable. So I'm going to leave you with a challenge. If you have a dream, why are you not pursuing your dream? Please don't tell me that it is credit. Please do not tell me, oh, my family don't help me. Please do not tell me I don't have a team. When we have foreigners that are entering the country and they're taking advantage of any opportunity, what I want to know from you, if you have a dream right now, why are you waiting? Oh, you want to open a restaurant? Well, you don't have a restaurant. Cook the hot dogs on a grill until you build your own capital. You don't have a record deal. So what? Sell the records out of your trunk. You're trying to get a business loan. Listen, turn your $100 into $100,000. Why are you sitting around waiting on people that have quit on you to become your greatest investors? My challenge to you right now is, what are you going to do? Some of you have an awesome relationship with God. Some of you are in the Lord. Some of you don't have a relationship with God. I don't care what that is. I don't care if you have one with him or if you don't have one with him. That's not the point of this Facebook Live. The point of this Facebook Live is to get you to doing something. Why are you sitting around doing nothing? Nothing. Oh, you think success is going to happen overnight. Oh, you think that you're just going to run into this person and they just going to give you all these awesome opportunities. Listen to me. Opportunities do not unveil themselves without commitment. You must become a driven person. So driven that when people see you that have quit on you, they at least will respect you. What are you going to do? The ball is in your court. I want you to have a wonderful day as you think about your dream, as you think about your purpose and your destiny. And I need you to ask yourself, what are you going to do? Blessings.